think we landed on the moon and they built the golf course here. This is just mind-boggling.
100 years ago, you couldn't build a golf course like this here. Obviously, all the equipment needed, but in the end, it's wonderful. It's an absolute playground for anyone that sort of loves to play the game. It is desert golf, obviously because of the terrain, but the green oasis that cuts in between is each hole. It just sort of gives you a totally different experience because you keep having to remind yourself you are smack bang in the middle of the desert.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
The incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
So just a formality here. Headed in the right direction with that birdie.
Just sneaks into the top 10. It's a good move this week.
Back over to number 7. Our featured golfer, Frank, featured for a reason, playing excellent golf.
Yeah, the scorecard shows that, and really, in some respects, has not got the best out of it yet, but enough holes ahead to change that.
Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Second shot coming out of the rough here. And to generate some momentum here at the 7th hole. This for birdie. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
And yet another birdie, this time inching into the top 5.
Par 3/8, 248 yards down to the green. What a hole.
Yeah, maybe you put your two hands together, make a little prayer. You might make 2, but make 3 here and run to the next tee. This is it's just a gorgeous par 3. But it is tough. Every bit as tough as what it is pretty, as a matter of fact.
Oh, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Just a couple of feet. Who knows? It is a 4-round tournament, setting himself up for a good weekend, maybe a great one. Young star makes his birdie. Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
Try up next. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Frank, that looked good to me. That may have been a bit too much to ask for there. That distance putt, Frank.
Yeah, it's fine to be greedy before you hit the putt, but after you've hit it, 2 from that distance is fine.
Frank, how does that par help his cause?
It certainly doesn't hurt it.
Now, the start of the back 9 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada, or as I like to call it, Mind Blower Golf Club. Frank, everywhere you look, it's just a mind blower. I mean, this one is hard to believe.
This one's also a hard hole. 472 yards off the back tee. The fairway is a little wider than what it looks off the tee because that sort of desert ridge on the right side there, that blocks part of the fairway. So if you can imagine that fairway opens up a bit, then you'll be fine. A good tee shot down here, especially with that elevation there. That should shorten the hole up a little bit. 270 yards gets you past all those bunkers on the left side. They'll take those out of play. And once again, a little bit uphill, and you can see the green shapes a little bit to the right. So make sure you're aware of where that flag is.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
No problem at all. Good putt, and stays at 4 under par. On to the 11th hole, we're looking downhill, 215 yards to the green.
And this is one of the holes that you realize you're at Wolf Creek. You would never see this hole anywhere else in the world. It's amazing when you stand on this tee. You see all of the canyons around, but there is a little green area down there surrounded by a couple of bunkers. It's a great-looking par 3. It measures 215 yards. Very playable, and you never know, today might be the day where you make birdie.
Early part of this second 9 and a good approach shot. And now, pretty good chance for birdie. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it's going to hurt the course.
Has his par. There you have it, Frank. The first round is a wrap. We saw some good golf out there.
It was certainly a fun round to watch. There's a lot of great players in this field, and this is such an exciting venue. I just can't wait to see what happens the rest of the championship.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live second-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Hello again and welcome, Rich Lerner, alongside my friend and colleague Frank Nobilo. We're here in the state of Nevada getting set for what should be a wonderful day of golf. Wolf Creek Golf Club is the site for the action. And Frank, this really is the definition of desert golf. It is spectacular.
The green oasis, Rich, amongst this canyon area is just something to be seen, really. It's hard to imagine you can actually build a golf course like this. Elevated tees, huge changes in elevation, and you're sort of weaving your way around this magnificent sort of topography. And to be honest, I've never really seen a golf course like this. It's just an oasis. Amazing. Ah, nice.
Looks good. Excellent opening tee shot. That ball's right in the fairway. Looks like he's going to have a go at it here at the par 5, his second shot. That is a green in regulation as the approach shot hits the first green, but he is by no means in for par yet. A lengthy putt coming up. Long putt here. This will require a good touch. Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today? Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
So they'll tap in. Pars don't hurt at this point, do they, Frank?
Especially when there's only 2 people in front of you. Now in third.
Ready to tee off here at the second hole. Quite a view from up here, Frank.
Once again, big elevated tee. And it's hard to imagine you have a tee that high up, but that'll shorten that 445 yards. Obviously, it's a dog leg left. You've got to be careful if you hit driver in 2 straight because then you can run out. A nice tee shot in the middle there, and then you've got a relatively straight shot into this sort of par 4 green, obviously going a little bit back up the hill. And once again, a little bit like that opening hole, sort of different tiers on that green. Try and make sure that you're on the right one.
Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Settles in over the putt.
Well, birdies are hard to come by in this situation. So tight.
Keeps him right in the thick of it. All right, Frank, describe the third hole.
Well, it's a par 3 with a bit of a tabletop green, Rich. Some bunkers right and left of that, but also it's going to play a little bit further. This tee shot is uphill, unlike the opening 2 holes. So a 3 here, and that certainly won't hurt the scorecard. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Birdie try, up next. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
That was a good run at it, Rich.
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Continues to hold that sizable lead on the rest of the field. 383-yard fourth hole. Certainly not long, Frank, but there's plenty of trouble out there.
Yeah, this is very much a positional hole. This is not sort of tee it up with a driver and just rip it down. It's just find the fairway. You're going to have virtually just a short wedge, 9-iron really at the most into this green. And really, this is a good chance for a birdie. So 2 good shots, and you shouldn't be too far away.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards. On the green with about 10 feet left to the hole. A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Putt for par. He needs one. So, hanging in down the stretch with a par. about this hole, Frank? Par 5, fifth.
If you stand on this tee for the first time, you've got virtually no idea where you've got to aim. Do you aim it left of those bunkers? Do you aim it over the sort of the canyon? Really, the answer is how far do you hit it, because that is going to determine the line that you hit it on. Avoid the water, that little stream, but you can always have a drink on the way if you want to, I guess. Second shot plays uphill, but this is a relatively short par 5, so very reachable. But you've got to see, you've got to flight that second shot. You want to make sure that ball's coming in nice and high to this green that's perched up.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. And getting ready for the putt.
Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Racking them and stacking them right now. 6 under par for the tournament. Frank, standing on the 6th tee and looking out at this golf course, I can't help but think that if you hit it offline here, you're going to be playing golf with the billy goats.
Yeah, you might actually turn into a billy goat come the end of the day, that's for sure. The huge elevation changes, once again, are apparent here at the 6th. Tis a dogleg to the right, not really a driver, unless you want to sort of bring that creek into play, or that little stream that cuts across. Second shot, a little bit uphill. Those bunkers are really where you shouldn't go. We all know that. And this green is anything other than flat. A fun-looking hole, too, and a fun hole to play.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Mark that as a birdie on the card.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Well, take a look at this site, Wolf Creek Golf Club. It is for real. Frank, I've never seen anything quite like this as we get set to call it for EA Sports. I'm Rich Lerner behind the mic, and we welcome you to this site that opened up back in 2000. It's a par of 72 with some elevated tees. Frank, what does the player need to look out for here at Wolf Creek?
Well, everything. Try and keep your eyes on the fairways, though. That's the only green thing apart on this magnificent venue. It's hard to imagine you can play golf in this sort of area, but it's so well defined. Obviously, anything green is golf course, and left or right of that, you're going to find yourself in some problems. But really trying to judge the all the elevation changes. Ball's going to fly a little bit further in the thin air, but it's amazing on the eye.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. Should be safely on deck.
That will be a great look at birdie. Now this for birdie came away with par in the previous round. Never a doubt looking to make a statement today. Now to the par 5 fifth hole. Cut it over the ridge here, Frank?
Well, if you can, if you dare. And there is actually a stream here. I know we're in the middle of a desert, but if you can clear that stream, that's the main thing. This is a crazy-looking tee shot because it looks like you want to go down that left, down that canyon area, but if you don't know the exact distance you fly the ball, then you're going to be in lots and lots of problems. Those collection of 3 bunkers down the right side, as long as you can avoid that, then that second shot to this par 5, that's not overly long, it's just under 500 yards, is certainly reachable. Second shot will play uphill to a elevated green with, once again, 3 different levels.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Crucial eagle attempt on the way. Needs a pair of binoculars to see the hole. Looks like he just misread that. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
Has his par. Frank, here at the 6th, where are you looking to land the ball off the tee?
Got to be careful here for the longer hitters, Rich. Driver actually might be too much. That stream that we just saw at the par 5 fifth hole, it also comes across here. So something that lands short of that, which is in the vicinity of 280, 290 yards. That's the key. From there, well, you're not going to have too much more in, sort of 140, 150 yards in. It is a dogleg right, but find that fairway there. Second shot played just a fraction uphill. And this green, well, it's got more humps than hollows in it. It's to be expected, though. This course is absolutely crazy. Ah, nice.
Looks good.
Well, a hard hole after that tee shot has now become an easy hole.
It's the great equalizer. When you can drive the golf ball, Frank, just like that, boy, it opens up so many avenues, and he'll have plenty to choose from here. Looks good. Chance to make a birdie.
Oh, nice strike, Rich. Not quite directly in line with the flag.
Just drifting a bit to the right, but he'll settle. That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. really starting to shine, moves to 10 under for the tournament. Well, everybody loves the short par 4, and here we have one, Frank, just 302 yards, the 7th hole.
And this hole is anything other than straightforward, Rich. Huge drop off at the front of the screen that is surrounded by water. So it's going to be a layup off the tee, really, to try and get the right yardage. This green is it's not very deep, but it's extremely wide. The hardest thing is to try and get a flat lie with whatever club you decide to hit off the tee and get the right yardage. Otherwise, that green actually might be a little elusive, even though this is a very short hole. Rich, there's rough and rough. That ball is needle nose down.
Can't even see it from here. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. Right in the heart. Par 3/8, 248 yards down to the green. What a hole.
Yeah, maybe you put your two hands together, make a little prayer. You might make two, but make three here and run to the next tee. This is it's just a gorgeous par 3, but it is tough. Every bit as tough as what it is pretty, as a matter of fact.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Stepping up to the shot here at the 9th. It's a par 4, 390 yards.
It is anything other than straight off the tee because of all these sort of undulations and curvature on the fairway. You'd think well bunkered, but the last bunker on the right side there, longer hitters, they can nearly fly that, just over 300 yards. Either that, shorter hitter just play to that fat area of the green. That'll be sort of some, 270 yards. That will take all the water out of play into a green that slopes back at you. So very good chance, even with a wedge in hand, to get the ball close. A good way to finish the front 9.
This is a good-looking shot. And it is in.
Amazing. Amazing.
And that wraps up the 3rd round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the Tiburon Championship. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, on an uphill shot like this one, did you do anything differently in terms of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I made sure the ball wasn't too far forward because on an uphill shot, there's always a struggle to get all your weight going forward.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Boy, he looked like Ben Crenshaw right there. That was smooth and easy, right in the heart. Now to the short par 3 15th hole here at Wolf Creek. What is this, Frank? Just a wedge or a 9-iron?
That's all, Rich, but it's very tempting to get greedy here. And, well, you pay the price, obviously, if you miss the green on the left down in those bunkers because they're, well, a good 6-7 feet below the level of the green. But with a wedge or a 9-iron, who doesn't go aiming at the flag?
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Wow, what a putt. That is huge. From a short par 3 to a short par 4. Just 393 yards here at the 16th, Frank.
And when you stand on this tee, this hole looks anything other than straight. Goes to the left and comes back to the right. But if you can just fixate at the green in the distance, you're actually going to look like a relatively straight par 4. And that's the way the hole should be played. Look at those first two bunkers that you see and just try and split those. Good tee shot here and nothing more than a wedge left into this green. Simplify it. That's the key.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Beautifully done. Nice birdie. Now to the 17th, par 5 here at Wolf Creek Golf Club.
Yeah, dogleg left. Tee shot obviously has to be played short of that creek down there. It's still going to be a reachable hole, even though this hole's sort of around the 550, 560 mark. But because you've got to play short of that stream, it's going to leave a lengthy second shot, and you've got to get the distance right on the button.
Wow, smoked that tee shot.
Well, with a good shot here, Rich, I'll tell you, this eagle on the cards, hole very reachable from where he is.
Don't get many opportunities like this. This is a good place to take advantage.
Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Just a couple of feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Finishing hole here at Wolf Creek is only 307 yards. Frank, where's the trouble here?
Short and to the right of this par 4. Really, there's a multitude of options off this tee. You could hit an iron, you could hit a fairway wood. Even some might try and hit a driver, but you know, that's a little too risky. There's too many problems up ahead if you try and take this hole on. Really a short club off the tee, leaving yourself some area of 100, 70 yards, and you're going to be putting for birdie more often than not.
Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough.
Errant tee shot here, Rich, but you're going to have to muscle this one out of the rough.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.
That had to really hurt, Frank, because it looked good all the way.
Well, this will test his mettle.
To win the Tiburon Championship.
No, Rich, that was a huge putt. You don't expect to make them from that distance.
And that wraps up the final round. Just a great performance by our champion today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. I think this one will have to go down in the books as an absolute classic. Fantastic play, not only in the course today, but all week long.